Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here we go for another Reddit in-house game cast by me, Neetche. So far, let's go through the lanes. We have in the top lane, looks like a Kha'Zix versus a QWERTY Birdie on his Rise top. At least that's the best guess we're going for right now. We can go Darius mid against a Katarina. And there's no jungle for the blue side. So I'm very curious as to what they're going to be doing. So we have Katarina top. And who else is going top with her? Honestly, at this point, anything can happen because there's no junglers. They're screwing with the meta somehow. And we'll see what's happening to it. So, we have for the bottom lanes, see if they go conventional, a Nunu Caitlyn versus Miss Fortune and a Nidalee support, and looks like a Lee Sin jungle. We can count on that. And it's Rise mid. I am quite surprised by that. It's very rare that you actually see him take the AP champion mid. Going with the meta, just not something we go for. So we do have a Kha'Zix mid, and up with Katarina we have Teemo. So it's Teemo Katarina versus a Darius, which means there's going to be tons of poke coming down for him, and he's going to have a tough time CSing. Though he does have his Decimate, which can do an AoE, a bit of a range, and he has a pull in case they get too close. Katarina is one of the best champions when it comes to diving. So nothing really going on for the invades. Blue team staying relatively far back. And yes, it is Caitlyn Nunu down here in the bottom lane. And we are going to see the support Nidalee with Ignite, and Miss Fortune clearing Cleanse, which with this new meta is always a good idea. So I'm curious as to who's going to be getting the CS up top, because Katarina isn't worth a whole lot if she doesn't have any money. Just an assassin that sits around and you ignore her. But Teemo seems to be taking some of the CS, so who knows? Bears careful watching, because as soon as they hit level 3 or so, Katarina is going to want to start jumping on him and harassing him down like crazy. Now, as for the mid lane, we do have Rise going for the early poke against Kha'Zix. We'll see how long that lasts, because Kha'Zix is a new terror in the mid lane, taking on most AP champions quite easily. For the bottom, it looks like Nunu's going up to ward, up at Dragon. And Nidalee has no wards of her own. She's counting on traps for everything. Miss Fortune starting longsword and health potions. And Darius going dangerously low. First blood. Always a pain to have first blood when you're in a 2v1 situation. We also have Kha'Zix going very low in the mid lane. That is dangerous, and he's sticking around. Rise is out of mana, so it's not quite as dangerous as it otherwise would be. Let's see, down the bottom lane, seems to be going fairly even. Caitlyn with a slight advantage in CS, up 5, but then Caitlyn starting with the Doran's Blade, compared to that longsword. Lee Sin going in, Lee Sin getting exhausted, jumping out, and Katarina gets away okay, but here comes Darius. He might be able to pull something off if he can get within range. And will Teemo let him get up there? Yes. No. I thought they were going to go in on that, but apparently not. Lee Sin taking some damage and some CS while he's at it. And will back off. Will he? Oh! Darius almost getting a pull on Katarina, which would be very annoying for her. I don't think she really would have died, but she would have taken a big hit, that's for sure. Lee Sin spending a lot of time top here. Okay, there, now he's going back. So the whole idea of this 2v1 lane is that the one person that you would have in the jungle is going to lose their CS, but hopefully make up for it by denying the enemy top lane a crazy amount of CS in return. So hopefully it'll work out. So far, getting the first blood on him does seem to be working fairly well. Teemo getting pulled in. There's a Decimate going across. Katarina going in for the harass. And a lot of damage going down on Darius for that one. And Nunu taking some spears. That is the power of Nidalee's support. If she can land those spears, somebody is going to get hurt really bad. Flash in. She's got 2 spears in. The last spear does not go, and that means that's a free kill for Caitlyn. Just plinking away. Almost getting Misfortune as well. But Caitlyn doesn't quite get that one. And Caitlyn's starting off to a very nice start. And we also have up top some action. So want to see exactly what happens here. So Teemo getting pulled under turret. No turret damage done onto him. Katarina going in against Darius. Darius getting ignite. She's got the dot. That's a kill for Darius. Katarina picking up Darius. And a double kill for Lee Sin. Who apparently picked up the Teemo kill as well. So definitely a win for the red team up top here. Now we have Kha'Zix and Ryze really going at it here in the mid lane. So we fast forward up to live. Here we go. And so now the kills are 3-2 and a 500 gold lead, or 800 gold lead, for the blue team. And Kha'Zix is looking very pretty compared to Ryze, but Ryze has help coming in. And Lee Sin is actually going for the blue buff. So that's going to be something for him. If he can get this, it'll be very annoying, because Kha'Zix really wants that. Because if Kha'Zix can spam his void spikes, it's hard for anybody to do anything, because that's AoE damage that's pretty high. Lee Sin looking at the side, gets the shot over the side. Now that is why we like Lee Sin, because he can bounce all over the place, and he only took 1 turret shot for a free kill under the turret. So now Lee Sin's going in, gonna take the red buff as well, and this is what you can do when the enemy has no jungler. You get free buffs, lots of farm, and they never know where you're coming from, because you see there's no wards here by the blue team, except for this one down the jungle to stop Lee Sin from coming from the opposite direction. So down the bottom, we do have Misfortune pushing against Caitlyn a bit, but 22 to 49 CS, that's really painful. When your AD carry is that far behind, it's really tough to come back from as soon as the enemy goes to shop. Right now, Misfortune has the Vampiric Scepter, it's just the Doran's Blade, so Misfortune actually has the advantage when it comes to items. As soon as Caitlyn goes back though, that is going to be a completely different story. Lee Sin up top here, he's going to go in, they wanted something on Katarina. Lee Sin missing the resonating strike there, or the sonic wave, excuse me. And so he just sits there and waits. Let's see what happens here. Lee Sin wants to make something happen. Ryze coming down bottom. Ryze getting a shot onto Nunu, and that is 2 turret shots for a free Nunu kill from the Ryze going down. Now they had a ward here. That ward saw Ryze coming down, so I'm curious as to why Nunu wasn't running away sooner. I'm sure Nunu was thinking the exact same thing. And up top here, we were able to Mystic Kill while that was going on. We have Teemo playing his hide-and-go-seek bit. Katarina jumping on to Darius. Darius pulling back in, but the exhaust and ultimate from Katarina doing work. And Katarina still sitting at half health, so not much she can really do. Lee Sin trying to come in and do something, take some harass from Teemo, but nothing else really happening. Speed back up to live, more harass being thrown down. Kha'Zix and Ryze going at it. Ryze getting the worst for the deal. Ryze barely picking that up. Look how much health he has. I mean, a stiff breeze would throw this guy over. And he gets away with about 10 health. That is incredibly close. I'm sure Kha'Zix is annoyed. We have Lee Sin going in top. Ignite being used on Lee Sin. He's still sitting at about 1/3 health, so no danger of dying from that. And they really want to kill Katarina. But I'm not quite sure if that one's going to happen unless they get a lucky pull-off here, because Katarina is level 7 over half health, and she's got level 2 boots already. So we'll see what happens with that. But this turret up here is going to go over, has 60 health left. That's a dead turret. But Darius is still defending it, and I have no idea why. You have pings going down for this upper bush here. And it seems like the red team really wants to get the Teemo and Katarina combo. We have Rise coming up. Mushroom sees all. And let's see what they do. They know where everybody is. Mushroom. Katarina getting pulled. That's a dead Katarina there. Lee Sin getting the strike onto Teemo. Teemo getting slowed. Teemo turning, but we have Kha'Zix coming in and getting kicked, flashing out. A lot of damage coming out of Rise, because as soon as he has blue buff and low cooldowns, you do not want to mess with him. So already got the Catalyst and Tira starting to build up. And so down bottom, we have Misfortune, still not doing so well on CS compared to Caitlyn. And Nidalee sitting in a trap. This might be a dead Nidalee. Yes. Always those traps. I want that Nidalee's getting caught in a trap, but what can you do with a hunter? So, Misfortune getting walked down a bit, taking a lot of damage, but the turret's still at practically full health, able to defend her. Now, Rise coming down bottom, pinging onto Caitlyn. We have Katarina not going to follow. So we have Rise, who has been doing quite well so far, coming in, seen by the ward. He was seen, and he just backs off. Katarina was following just from the river. So Rise is still here. Rise getting some damage down, and Rise taking a lot of damage because Misfortune wasn't in any position to help out. So going for the gank, that worked out quite well for the wrong team. So it's always important to note, when you're going to gank and get kills, specify which team you're going to get kills for. Also helps if you say that you're going to carry a game. We have Katarina going in, and Lee Sin should pick up the Katarina here. And there it is. Katarina going around, but Lee Sin waiting in the wings. Now we have Caitlyn in a bit of trouble. She's at full health, but being chased down here. Lee Sin doing some damage. Oh, the flash away barely misses the spear. And we have Nunu here to help in the end. And they're just gonna walk away from this one. And a spear barely missing there. Those spears are so close, but such a small hitbox for what they have. Now Misfortune coming mid to try and take some CS here. And Nunu wanted to come and check the bush. He does check the bush, but Teemo's here to help. And a spear taking a good chunk off of Teemo. And they're gonna let bygones be bygones, and no one's gonna chase in. We have Darius versus Katarina. Katarina's all by herself now. Darius missing a pull. Those pulls are really hard to learn because it's a much shorter range than you think. Always by just a hair. Red team going for a dragon. They have 4 in the area. Blue team has 3 here that could interrupt. But Kha'Zix is not coming down. Looks like it's a free dragon. Not contested in the slightest. And Rise getting the jump on Katarina with the ignites. That's all she wrote. Nunu going down. Is he? Got the flash. Nidalee's spear does not get him. Looks like he's going to be able to walk away from this one. Oh, are they going to dive? Yes, we have the dive onto Nunu. Lee Sin holding him down, and Rise doing his machine gun act. Is Lee Sin going to go any further? Lee Sin going in with 300 health, deciding to go against the Teemo, and this is not looking very good. We have 11-7, and over a 2k gold lead for the red team at the 14-minute mark. Nidalee deciding to poke down Kha'Zix a bit. This could end very badly for her. Unless they go for another gank down bottom, then everybody half health. And that's what happens when you keep trying to overstay welcome with half health. Their spear barely missing Katarina there. And Nidalee just walking away from this one. Nailing that spear. But Katarina really wanting to go for blood here. Katarina, there's Rise right there. If Nidalee can get another spear and Rise can get a combo off, that is a dead Katarina. And there's Rise getting the combo off and killing Katarina before she can get too many shots from her ultimate off. Looks like they're going to go get the blue buff for Rise. And Rise sitting at 6-1 right now. Now 4-1 for Lee Sin, so that is going to be quite scary late game because Rise starts stacking health, armor, magic resist, and he slaughters all in his path. We have Darius taking down the top lane here. No one really in a position to stop him, so he should get that. But 3 people bottom. And looks like the blue team wants to get the bottom turret in response to the top. But not looking so good for him. Getting a lot of harass from Nidalee Spears and double ups from Misfortune. However, Misfortune still just at 60 creeps killed compared to the 100 of Caitlyn. Also just took a nasty spear, taking almost half her health. Katarina is showing up just in time to say hello when Darius destroys the turret. And Kha'Zix's coming up top for a gank. Darius is quite overextended, no words, doesn't see it coming. Katarina ult going in, but Darius flashing at the perfect time and walking away from this. Or I take that back, walking a bit further before dying to Kha'Zix, who is amazed when it comes to catching people out. Down bottom, we have lots of pressure being put on again. 3 people bottom here. They're going after the turret. Turret is falling pretty quickly, but the ultimate from Misfortune doing tons of damage against Teemo, knocking Caitlyn to half health, forcing them back yet again. So they're wasting the time of 3 people bottom trying to take a turret that is not going down easily. And looks like Lee Sin is still invading, taking all the enemy jungle. Nidalee taking a good bit of harass here, but she has a heal, but no mana left. So Ryze coming down, wanting to continue his spree of destruction. And will he be able to get the Rune Prison? Yes, there's the Rune Prison onto Nunu. And Nidalee going in, dying. Oh, Misfortune not being able to block that one. Double up from Misfortune, not quite enough, but the flash shot works right there. Katarina coming in, blowing the Death Lotus, going for double. Misfortune dies with Ryze, and Ryze does not pick up the Katarina. That's the power of those resets when she can go in and slaughter all of your team and live. Always annoying. So now it's 14 to 12 in the kills, 2,000 gold lead for the red team, but still, it is anybody's game. Now, next dragon should be coming up pretty soon, so we'll see exactly what they try. Kha'Zix's getting his blue for the first time, and he'll be very happy about that one. Teemo going to the mid lane, and it looks like Nidalee is all by herself, gonna push out bottom. Nidalee going hard AP, no support items whatsoever for her. She is going needlessly large rod after the Tear of the Goddess. So she's not going to go for any auras or any way to support her team. Her way of supporting is going to be poking them down with spears that do a lot of damage, if she can hit them. Which is always kind of the key to being useful, is having your stuff land. Katarina being caught out by Darius. We'll have the Ignite go out, got the dot, and the ultimate from the Dunk Master. Now, Teemo defending very well here with lots of shrooms everywhere. And Ryze hitting a Rune Prison, Lee Sin going in, and everybody walking out from that dive. This Lee Sin Ryze combo is doing tons of damage to everybody, and responsible for almost half the kills that the team has. So Ryze is very low and still staying in. Now, he does have a Rod of Ages, but oh! You know, I hate to say I told you so, but I just said he was staying in there, and he probably shouldn't have. Now, Lee Sin able to make it go 1-for-1 and take the turret, but still, not a good idea to stay in when there's a Kha'Zix, who is an amazing AD assassin, can just jump on you and throw lots of void spikes in your face that explode. Not a very happy sensation. Darius continuing to split push like crazy up at the top lane. He has Katarina to deal with, but it seems like he's fine dealing with her. He gets down to about half health, but a lot of that was from the turret shots and the ultimate from Katarina. So she won't have that if she keeps trying to defend. Nidalee down bottom, being chased by Nunu and Caitlyn, and she's able to get away and throw spears to the face of Nunu. Up top we have Teemo coming in against the Darius. This could work out really well if they can get on him. But Darius just walking away, Teemo chasing as hard as he can. Katarina, will she be able to go in? She can get any sort of slower, any sort of damage. This could be good. Darius deciding that he's going to die, getting a kill on Katarina before Teemo was able to finish him off. There's something going down mid lane here. Let's go back and see what we got. We have Nunu going down to the ultimate of Misfortune. Nidalee hitting a shroom, and Misfortune blocking the ultimate. Doesn't matter to Kha'Zix, who jumps in, gets the reset, and gets a double kill there. All while this is happening, red team was able to get the dragon, but 2 for dragon, definitely an iffy proposition to say the least. A flash from Lee Sin trying to get onto Kha'Zix, and he misses and ends up blowing a flash for nothing. Oh, but he does finally get Kha'Zix when he's in the base. Now, as much as you want to might kill somebody, diving into the base when they still have turrets there is a pretty bad idea. Luckily, Lee Sin felt the same and is backing off. Ryze going for a red buff, because Ryze needs the red buffs because it matches his outfit. I mean, the red skin, the red buff, it's exactly what he needs. So looks like he's going to stay bottom and push as he can. And ping's going down. They know where Lee Sin is, and they want to catch him off. Blue team here able to get something, and Lee Sin walks away. So now a quick look at the items here. We have Teemo going for a Bloodthirster, so an AD Teemo. And Darius, no surprise, getting a Black Cleaver and going a bit tanky. Pretty standard for Darius. We have Katarina getting Haunting Guys, the Sorcerer's Shoes, Hextech Revolver, and some Magic Resist. And we have 3 people on Lee Sin while we're talking. Lee Sin taking a lot of damage, getting away, flash from Kha'Zix, and able to get away. Ryze here, wanting to put some damage down on somebody, and throws 0 spells. Now, seeing as how he didn't do anything, I'm going to assume that was a disconnect, and quite unfortunate because he's one of the main carries that they have right now. Seeing as how he's sitting on Rod of Ages, Tear, and a Negatron Cloak, he's getting pretty tough to kill at this point. Misfortune has Bloodthirster and a Brutalizer. Looks like she's going to make that into the Black Cleaver pretty soon. And Nidalee almost with the Death Cap down bottom, while Nunu is going for more traditional support, getting the Ruby Sightstone. Though this might backfire, as the Spear from Nidalee doing the crazy damage she was hoping, and helping her pick up the kill. Not able to chase anymore because of Teemo's shrooms, which are designed in the game to piss everybody off. That's the whole point, right there, to piss off the enemy team. Doing damage is kind of secondary to simply pissing them off. Oh, a pull into Kha'Zix. Kha'Zix jumping out, but not quite enough. Flash from Darius, being able to get that last shot in. Katarina being able to Shunpo up to Teemo, and Nidalee going in deep for the Katarina, but it was worth it because they were able to get a double kill for Nidalee's sacrifice. That was a good bit of play there, and it looks like the red team is up by 2 people right now, so they have a chance to push something down if they can. Still 14 seconds before Kha'Zix comes back up, so they might be able to get this mid-turret, and there's notification that Ryze has disconnected. So instead of being 2 people up, they're not looking too pretty. And we have Caitlyn going against Darius up top here. And it looks like he's able to walk away. But he's just sitting there. He wants to kill her. He might be able to. The ultimate from the Dunkmaster doing enough. Of course, he did have help from Misfortune, but he might have been able to solo that one. Not quite sure. And that's the risk of going as an AD carry against an AD bruiser that's doing pretty well. And Darius is doing 6 and 5, so that's pretty well, and he's got a good chunk of gold under him. He's got the Frozen Mallet, got the Black Cleaver, working on an Aegis, and Katarina in trouble from Lee Sin. Kha'Zix in the area, but not going to try anything. Lee Sin landing some amazing shots here, able to pick up another kill there, and Lily trying to get some shots from behind. Now Teemo getting the Hurricane. An item you don't see very often because it does on-hit effects to everybody around, or excuse me, 2 other people around the target you're shooting at. So Teemo Poison is applied. It also applies some of the basic damage, but a very good item for Teemo if you're going AD. But then again, AD Teemo has issues of its own, so take that one as you will. We have a fight going down bottom. Nunu using his ultimate defensively, getting Misfortune in there, and Misfortune hit hard. Kha'Zix going in, Got a slow into Nidalee. Nidalee might be able to get away from here. Darius not blocking the ultimate, but Nidalee wasn't quite in need of it. Kha'Zix going down to Lee Sin and Darius. Darius sitting in the middle of all this, taking lots of shots, killing Teemo as well, with Lee Sin coming back in, pull onto Caitlyn, and Caitlyn goes down as well. AD bruisers are the new meta, and that's showing you why. Also, Katarina is one of the best at cleaning up, because Lee Sin is going to fall. Yes, there it goes. And meanwhile, Darius picking up another kill onto Nunu, and Darius wants to go in for Katarina. He's egging this one on. We'll see if he's able to back it up and kill her. He's got the AoE, Katarina doing some good damage, pulling out of the ultimate, and there it is. Darius going man mode, going 9, 5, and 6 now. That is some good damage coming out, and his ultimate will be back up soon, which means he can continue slaughtering even more. And seeing as though he's only at 300 health, he doesn't need anything, he'll just go and take Wraiths, because real men don't need health. Real men just need a sword or an axe. At least that seems to be how Darius is thinking of things. Now, we have double hurricanes coming out, with Caitlyn grabbing a hurricane as well. Now, this could work very well for an AoE composition, but the general school of thought is to go for single target damage on your AD carry, and not go for the hurricane so much because it's less on a single target. But, we'll see if it works, because they can come back from this. If they can get an AoE fight with Caitlyn and Teemo doing crazy AoE damage, Katarina and Kha'Zix both getting resets on kills, that could go quite well, and they could clean up the whole team if they get the right engage. Of course, they'll have to deal with Darius and Lee Sin in the middle of the team during that whole thing. And we have Dragon going down for the blue team. Lee Sin not able to get anything, and Nidalee getting a spear across to Caitlyn for almost half of her health. Quite painful. We have all 5 bottom for the blue team. They might be trying a push, we don't know. It's still only 4 people for the red team. That's a very important note, so if this game goes on long enough, the red team has no chance of winning, because 4v5, I don't care how good you are. If the other team is halfway competent, you're dead. Just how it goes. Though it is still 30-21 in the kills, and there's the reconnect. That's what we were hoping for. Rai is getting back in this, only a little bit behind from where he was, because he was doing so well before. Now these spears coming out from Nidalee and scaring everybody. A pull through the wall onto Kha'Zix, but Darius is all by himself. Misfortune ultimate coming out, and Katarina being picked off by herself, and Darius able to walk out of this, going back in, going godlike. And we have Nunu that's also caught, and he is not going anywhere. Another ultimate coming out, and Darius is the dunk master. But Lee Sin going in, might be able to catch the Teemo. Teemo flashing out, and he's got shrooms in the way, so he should be safe here. But Nidalee and Lee Sin are both chasing, and Nidalee's spear doing some damage, but not actually killing anybody off of that. So it looks like the red team is going to push down the bottom turret, seeing as how they killed 3 members of the enemy team, and 2 more have to go back to heal. And of course, Shroom is being picked up and pissing off Darius, at least a little bit. And Darius has completed the Aegis, which means he is helping everybody out and has really good magic resist. Rai is in the middle, tanking down a turret. And so that's 2 turrets down. Caitlyn might be falling here to the dots of Darius. There's the dots doing those work. Those bleeds can be quite powerful. Nidalee wanting to go and tower dive Nunu, and backing off there quite wisely. A spear catching Teemo there, and they're not going to be able to defend this inhibitor. So bottom headward goes down. Lee Sin going for the turret dive. He wants to kill somebody. And a Shroom picked up. And no kill there, but Teemo getting very low. We have Katarina going up against Rise. And Rise staying in the area. Katarina thinking she can jump on him. Who's going to get this one? Katarina able to barely squeak out with less than 200 health for that kill. Katarina going back. We have Misfortune walking through a turret to get out. And red team is going to go ahead and push down this mid turret. Or at least try to. We're not sure if it's actually going to work out for them. Yeah, it looks like they're going to have to back off because the full health blue team is in the area. And they're down Rise, and Lee Sin is taking some damage here. Kha'Zix's going in for Lee Sin and Misfortune. Misfortune right in the face of Kha'Zix takes him down fast. That Black Cleaver comboing with Lee Sin means it's almost true damage going down on him. Especially because Kha'Zix has no armor items right now. So 22 to 35 kills, about an 8,000 gold lead for the red team. So, as of this point, it's their game to lose. They're going to have to screw up, but with games like this, never underestimate somebody's ability to screw up or suddenly disconnect in the middle of it. So we have Rise sitting at level 13 here. He's low level compared to what he should be because of that DC. That was out for about 5 or 6 minutes there. And they're going to try and push back down. Rise still has a good number of items, though. He's got the Glacial Shroud, giving him some cooldown reduction in armor, and so he's reasonably tanky right now, just behind where he should be. So Lee Sin pushing him back. Caitlyn almost dead. Nunu at half health. They're going to have a hard time holding this, but a minion wave would be advised because one caster minion isn't exactly enough to tank a turret. But who needs minions to tank a turret when you have Darius that can tank anything you want? They're backing off. Rise is sitting at less than half health. Darius at half health. Misfortune taking a bit of damage, and Katarina wanting to do some damage down on Darius. Red team is backing out. Nidalee here to heal up and throw spears at everybody. And blue team is going to let him walk away from that. Even though they only had 4 members there, because Kha'Zix isn't with them. The red team takes advantage of this. This could turn nasty really quick. Because Kha'Zix is doing one of the best on the team at 6-6, and a lot of their damage. But it seems like the blue team is not going to pick a fight. Everyone's doing the dance in mid lane. Seeing what's going to happen next. Spear catching onto Caitlyn. That hurts a lot. Almost dead, too. Lee Sin going and picking a fight. He's picking a fight 2v3. Misfortune getting her ult off, but not getting a whole lot of damage out of it, because most people dodged. Teemo going for Lee Sin here, but not sure if he's going to be able to pick it up. Ah, still more damage coming down to Lee Sin, but he's not quite dead yet. So close, yet so far away. Katarina going a bit too far and walking into Darius, who happens to be pissed off right now. So the flash from Darius, ignite, decimate, missing, flash from Misfortune as well. She's got strut on, she should be able to catch Teemo, and nothing happening there. Everyone just running away and not being able to catch anybody else. Nonetheless, this should be the mid turret for the red team, and they'll just go ahead and tank it down here. Rise tanking it up. He does have the mail here, the Warden's mail, so he's got even more armor than he needs, and they're going to have a tough time killing Rise or Darius right now. And there's a second inhibitor for the red team. Yeah, they're going to have to get Rise to DC again to have a chance in this one. Another spear coming out, hitting Nunu. Luckily, Nunu's got a good bit of health, doesn't take so much damage. Lee Sin picking up the dragons, they can have an even bigger gold lead here. This is probably going to increase the gold lead to about 10,000 gold. Misfortune taking a bit of the turret here. So they're going to try and pick a fight, but Misfortune getting hit hard. And Teemo going down, Caitlyn going down to the Rise combo, and Nidalee barely making out alive there. So close, yet so far away. Kha'Zix coming in for the Nidalee. Nidalee's got about 300 health. Kha'Zix knows this. Kha'Zix wants to get the kill, and he doesn't get it. Nidalee runs back to base to get away from everything, ends up running to the enemy's base, and it's still good enough. Spear coming out onto Katarina, getting so close, and Katarina picking up the Nidalee kill. Nidalee was not able to go into human form, just throw one spear. Just one regular auto attack would have been enough for that one, and she didn't get it. Ends up dying to Katarina instead. Very good play there by Katarina. Darius getting a pull in on Nunu while they finish off the turret. and Katarina dancing around, going for Rise. Rise sitting at a less than half health, so he's not too happy here. And Nunu channeling his ult right on top of Darius. Darius killing Nunu with his ultimate, and finally going down to Teemo, which of course all a big distraction, so that they could get the Baron, which ended up killing Lee Sin. Slightly embarrassing, but they got the Baron and snuck it in while Darius was distracting 3 people bottom. Or top rather, but still close to the base. So we have 2 down inhibitors and 1 top inhibitor that is completely open. The red team's going to have an easy time cleaning this up once they come in. Darius picked up Atlas Impaler, item that used to be incredibly popular but got nerfed a little bit and hasn't been so popular since. Hex Drinker and Boots. She's almost got a 6-item build. Lee Sin working on his 5th item of getting a Black Cleaver. And he's got Warmogs and Frozen Mallet. So he is not dying anytime soon. We have Rise still a little bit behind because he was DC'd. Misfortune picking up the Black Cleaver, Phantom Dancer, and the Last Whisper it looks like. And Seraph's Embrace coming out from Nidalee. Which means she's going to be able to get the shield whenever she wants it. Instead of going for the bonus damage on auto attacks, like one would expect Rise to do. But she does have a Death Cap and a Void Staff, which is probably why her spears hurt so much. So we have super minions coming down the mid lane, and the bottom lane inhibitor is back up. So it means there's only 1 lane that the blue team has to stay and defend and really worry about, until the red team comes in and kills the inhibitors again. Now, because so many people died for the red team, only 2 of them actually have the Baron buff right now. Misfortune and Rise. It's 2 very good people to have it on, but it's still 2 out of the 5. Now, Lee Sin is in the back. They have all 5 coming down. Teemo's Shrooms slowing everything down, but not doing very much damage because the Bulwark has all the crazy magic resist on it. So the red team gets to decide where we're going. Nidalee getting caught out, has Ignite on her, getting the heal, and Lee Sin in to save the day. Though Kha'Zix is sitting behind, is going to kill her. So we also have Misfortune that was caught out a little bit here, and Misfortune going down as well. Now, just for killing Teemo, Kha'Zix got to go down to Rise. And so that was 2 for 3, which is pretty good from the blue team's perspective, except for the whole fact of them losing the inhibitor top and losing inhibitor bottom as well. And Rise going deep with Lee Sin again to pick up another kill under turret, in case this time it's 2 turrets that they went under. And they go for the double kill, and that is an ace. Nexus turrets are going down, and that is gonna be GG. So you have the red team taking out the blue team 45 to 26 in kills, 14,000 gold up. And there's the explosion. The Nexus goes down, and at 38 minutes flat, that's GG right there.